This here is Boom Studios' Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic issue number 51, Aftermath. So the guy that arrived outside the command center at the end of Necessary Evil really did turn out to be Drakkon after all. Tommy tells Drakkon that he doesn't know why he's here, but he's going back to the command center with the Rangers. However, Drakkon seems more mentally unstable than before and begins to fight the Rangers. Once again, it looks like Drakkon is the stronger fighter, even without his powers. But Tommy has the White Ranger powers and is able to knock Drakkon out. If Jason got the White Ranger powers in the coinless universe, he probably could have taken Drakkon out too. Anyway, Zedd's minions are still on Earth and they have no idea what they're going to do to survive. Suddenly, there's a blast in their hideout, and that blast came from Lord Zedd himself. He's returned to Earth after being freed by Dane in Necessary Evil. So he's here and opens a portal to take his minions back to his palace on the moon. Back at the command center, the Rangers discuss what they're going to do with Drakkon. For now, he's in a confinement cell beneath the command center. Zordon contemplates sending Drakkon back to his own universe to answer for his crimes. Zordon wants to know one thing. What would make Drakkon run for his life? Until he knows that, Drakkon isn't going anywhere. Now we see the Rangers in school. So, Matt is still around and he's hanging out with Rocky. They know each other as they played against each other in American football. At the youth center, Tommy continues to teach Jason's karate class. Aisha is there and talks with Tommy at the end of the class. She asks him if he's talked to Drakkon. He says no, and he has no intention of doing so. If Tommy was put in a room with Drakkon, he'll take him out. Now, we move on to Drakkon, and he's talking with Billy. The reason Billy's there is because he needs to perform a scan to make sure Drakkon isn't carrying any contaminants, and to help the Rangers map his flight path. Drakkon is seemingly erratic as he talks with Saba's head. Billy doesn't seem to take notice. When Drakkon tries to provoke Billy by telling him that he killed his counterpart in his own universe, Billy carries on as normal. When Billy leaves Drakkon's cell, Drakkon tells Saba the Rangers all look scared. In downtown Angel Grove, a new monster is on the scene. It's Psycho Slug, the Terror Snail. The Rangers are also on the scene, so they take out their morphers and morph into action. All 6 Rangers power up and take on Psycho Slug. The monster's slime projectiles are like acid and burn through the Rangers' suits. Rocky, Adam and Billy use their blade blasters and shoot Psycho Slug, but his shell prevents him from being harmed. He then easily sends the Rangers flying. Kimberly says that the monster is no joke. Tommy tries to attack Psycho Slug with Saba, but even he is sent flying. As the monster launches himself at Tommy, he tells the Rangers to take the shot. Turns out it was a distraction to allow the Rangers to assemble the Power Blaster to destroy Psycho Slug. But when Billy goes to check the remains of Psycho Slug out, he says the gastropod's shell is still intact, and then it teleports away. Zedd just used the monster to get the Rangers to attack it with the Power Blaster in order to heal his true weapon, the Green Chaos Crystal. Zedd uses the crystal's energy to give power to his minions, making them the new set of Dark Rangers. Zedd's chosen them this time instead of humans because he realized that humans are too fragile to be trusted with the Dark Ranger powers. However, the team lacks one Ranger, as there's currently only 4 of them. That Ranger will be a leader, and finally we see Rita presented as a simple solution. That's the end of this issue. What I liked about this was that we've returned to the Dark Ranger plot. Months ago it seemed like the Dark Ranger story was all but abandoned, but here we are now, and with Zedd's minions as the Rangers. Even though they're Rangers, they don't look like the traditional Rangers in human form with colourful suits. But that's to be expected, as they're aliens after all, and not exactly in humanoid form. Drakkon's obviously back and he seems broken, and even more mentally unstable than before. So even though I don't like the character, I want to see what happens to him and what he's so afraid of.